Neale, I suppose back in league action first of all on Saturday against Waterford. They had a win at the weekend against Shelbourne, so they'll be in good form going into the game.
Yeah, well, we're not sure of what form. Yeah, we're not sure what form they're going to be in. Now hopefully the news we're getting that someone is possible. We hope that's not the case. So yeah, they played well on Saturday against Shells. It was a good game. I watched it. It was not a lot in it. A very tight affair, and they got a goal and managed to protect it. So they're a good team, as you can tell. Some good players, and we'll have to be wary of that.
Has it affected your preparations at all? The fact that there's a doubt about the game?
No, we can't. Like I said, we can't worry about other people. We just have to prepare like we do normally for every game, every eventuality. And since Sunday, we've been recovering. Really, this would normally be, if you played on a Friday, this would be a Sunday kind of day. So very, very low tempo, low intensity today. So we're preparing like we have. The boys will have a rest again and then train Thursday and Friday.
What's it been like since the defeat, Neale? How do the players take it? Like what's
a bit of a mixed reaction to it, I suppose. We know where we can improve. We know we have to improve, but there's also elements of it that were quite pleasing. So it's certainly not panic stations at the moment. I think there is room for improvement. Everyone can understand that, but I think that there was enough in the game, or not a lot in the game, between the two sides at certain points. I think Bo's had a couple of good spells, but we defended quite well, limited them to sort of half chances, long range shots, and plenty of positives to take out of it, really.
Yeah, we were just talking among ourselves earlier, Neale, and there's been a lot of negative kind of reaction on social media about the result, even though you're playing a team in third place, a good side, and as you said, there was nothing in it. Do you think the negative kind of reaction is more down to like that you still haven't scored like one goal? Is it coming down to that again? Problem with goal scoring? Yeah,
I think you've lost 5 out of 6. Everyone has every right to be negative. And we can't be negative. We have to look at each game in each individual context. And the game was certainly a very tight game. I didn't think, obviously, if you concede after 3.5 minutes at any stage of the season, but especially after the restart, obviously it made the boys take a step back and start doubting themselves again, and maybe confidence was a little bit low. But I think as the game went on, certainly towards the last 20 minutes, I felt that we came back into it and we looked to threat. So that's what we have to focus on. We have to focus on the fact that we will improve. We know where we're short. We're short in attacking areas. That's why we rectified that and brought in 2 strikers. So it's certainly an area that we know we need to improve. It's certainly an area we're working on, and that's why we made the signings we did.
Yeah, just presume the game goes ahead, Neale. I know you know a bit about John Sheridan. He's probably given them a lift since he came in. He's an experienced manager, even though he hasn't got any experience obviously in the league. But they've reacted, obviously they got a good result, so they've kind of had their tails up, won't they? Yeah,
I'll have to say, I'm sure they won't be getting carried away with a win away to Shells. I'm sure that they'll be grounded as well, and certainly it was a very tight game. There was nothing in it. I'm sure if you asked Ian Morris, that he would have probably felt his team were unlucky to lose it, and John Sheridan would have said they probably, a 1-0 win, like he said it after the game, and we say it all the time. If you score a goal in this league, it's very difficult for the other team to get back, and if you concede after 3.5 minutes, it just makes it difficult. It gives them a little bit of extra confidence in what they're doing. It makes you a little bit edgy, especially after that. But I mean, we will get better. We will create more. The point that I thought we were quite solid. I thought we limited them. They're a very good team in wide areas. I thought that Eunice did exceptionally well against probably one of the best wingers in the league. I thought Kevin O'Connor did very well against their right winger, Twadek. So I felt there was plenty of positives. I felt we limited them to long shots, really. And the next stage now is let's be solid, but let's also be a threat going forward.
Yeah, we know that most of the derbies in general are hard to predict. The dogfights. Like, what do you expect against the John Sheridan team? Do you expect to play a lot of football against you? What do you expect them to
I expect him to be. I mean, I played in a few of them as well. You're right, but it's different when there's no crowd there. You have to try and create that yourselves and play with intensity. But again, it'll be a nice pitch. You will be able to get the ball down and play. There'll be no excuses there, and I'm sure he will want them to get the ball down and play a bit more than what they did on Friday. But it depends how we approach the game. If we approach it with the right mindset, and they do, I'm sure it'll be a great game.
Just player-wise, not tonight, but for the Waterford match, if it goes ahead. Graham Collins didn't even figure on the bench last week.
No, he's got a couple of niggles. He's been struggling a little bit. He possibly not. We're gonna see what he's like. Grove Morrissey's on his way back. We was hoping that he would be fit for Sunday, but he wasn't. But there's a possibility he'll be involved. He's back running and training. He had an ankle, a ligament ankle injury with his Achilles ankle area. I don't know the technical term for it.
would it be, it was people suggesting online last night, would it be half a blessing in disguise if the Waterford game was postponed in terms of giving you more time to get guys back from injury? The other guys, the new signings, would have seen out their quarantine, and you'd have an extra game with them involved then?
Didn't think of that. No. I mean, for us, we've had a good rest between Sunday and Saturday. I think that if the game was called off, we'd have to shoehorn it in somewhere in another midweek game, which wouldn't suit us at all. So no, we want the game to be played, and like I say, we're preparing for it. The boys that have been quarantining obviously will miss it, but the lads who are coming back from injury, if they miss it, that's part of football, you know.